Hi, welcome to my video on fractions. And this is practice number 1A. Express shaded region as a fraction of the whole. So the shaded region is 4. So it's 4 out of 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 4/7 is the shaded region of the whole. 4/9, the numerator is 4. The denominator is 9. The numerator is on top. The denominator is on the bottom. Which one is the proper fraction? The proper fraction is 2/3. Proper means the numerator is less than the denominator. And if you have 5/3, that's improper. The numerator is larger than the denominator. Graph 2/5 on the line below. Well, if this is a 1 and this is a 2, then 2/5 is going to be between 0 and 1 divided into 5 parts. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we had to make 4 cuts divided into 5 parts. So 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. And 2/5 is right here. 2/5 is that part there. So there's 2/5 on the number line. So it's 2/5 is 2 out of 5 pieces. Complete each to be true. 4/5 equals blank over 15. Well, 5 times what number gives you 15? So that's 3. So that means 4 got to be multiplied by 3. So that's a 12. 3/7 is 15 over blank. So 3 into 15 goes 5. So 5 times 3 makes 15. So 5 times 7 makes 35. Reduce each. Reduce means see if there's a common factor. So 10 is 2 times 5. 25 is 5 times 5. So reduce, cancel the 5s, you get 2/5. Or you could have looked and said 5 is a common factor. Divide 5 into 10 to get 2. 5 into 25 without rewriting 2 times 5 and 5 times 5. 16 and 28. Well, it's even, so just divide by 2. So we get 8. Divide by 2. 14. Still even. Divide by 2. We get 4. Divide by 2. We get 7. So if you divide it by 4 right at the beginning, 4 into 16 goes 4. 4 into 28 goes 7. But because it's even, you can take the 2 out and then take another 2 out. Find the LCD for each. The LCD for each. So, several ways to get the LCD. One way would be to go 4 and 10 and use the ladder. So 2 is a common, you don't need a common factor, but 2 is a factor of each. So divide by 2, you get 2 and 5. Now, 2 is in 2, 2 and 2 goes once, 2 can't go into 5. And 5 can't go into 1, 5 into 5 goes 1. So the LCD is 2 times 2 times 5, which makes 20. That's one way. Another way, when numbers get bigger, is to write the prime factorization and pick up the, so let's try this one with the prime factorization. So 18 is 2 times 9, and 9 is 3 times 3, which is 3 squared. 27 is 3 times 9, and 9 is 3 squared. So 27 is 3 cubed. So the LCD would be write down each factor. So we got a 2 and a 3. The largest power of 2 is 1. The largest power of, right here, see that? 9 is 2 squared. The error there, but I said 2, but I wrote down a 3. So the largest power of 3 is 3. So that's 2 times 27, which is 54. So the LCD is 54. The LCD is like a least common multiple. 54 is a multiple of 18. 27 is a multiple. And a multiple of 20, which is a multiple of 10, the lowest one, is 20. So LCD is like least common multiple. Number 8, find the LCD of 15, 10, and 4. Again, 15 is, let's go 3 times 5. 10 is 2 times 5. And 4 is 2 times 2, which is 2 squared. So the LCD is, write down each factor. So we have a 2 and a 3 and a 5. The largest power of 2 is 2. The largest power of 3 is 1. The largest power of 5 is 5. So that's a 4 times a 3 times a 5. So that's 12 times 5. So the LCD is 60. Again, LCD is very similar to the least common multiple. So 60 is a multiple of 15, 10, and 4 is the slowest one. Number 9, simplify each. We're adding fractions, so when we add fractions, we need the same denominator. So the denominator is 15. So write down the 15 and add the numerators. We get 10. And if possible, reduce. Common factor for 10 and 15 is 5. 5 into 10 goes 2. 5 into 15 goes 3. And again, we have subtracting fractions. We need a common denominator, and there's already 12. So 7 subtract 5 is 2. And is there a common factor? Yes, 2. 2 into 2 goes once. 2 into 12 goes 6. And we have adding and subtracting, so we'll add from left to right by PEMDAS. Common denominator is 20. So we'll add and get 14 and subtract 9. So that gives us 15. And again, we reduce. 5 into 15 goes 3. 5 into 20 goes 4. And we have a little bit on the order of operations like PEMDAS. PEMDAS or BEDMAS, whatever way you want. P, E, M, D, D, A, S, PEMDAS. We do the inside of the brackets first. We do the exponents next. We do multiplication, division next, left to right, and addition, subtraction. So we have to work the inside of the brackets first. So 8 is a common denominator, and we add the numerators. We get a 7. Subtract. 8 is a common denominator, and 7 subtract 6 is 1. So we have 8 is a common denominator, and 7 minus 1 is 6. And can we reduce? Yes. 2 is a factor. 2 into 6 goes 3. 2 and 8 goes 4. And we want to simplify each. So we're adding, and we need a common denominator. So we need an LCD. So 9 is 3 times 3, which is 3 squared. 6 is 2 times 3. So the LCD is 2 times 3 is a 2 and a 3. 3 squared. So we get 9 times, so it's 18. So the LCD is 18. So to get the 18, we multiply the 9 by 2, and we multiply the 1 by 2. That gives us 2 over 18 as an equivalent fraction. So to get 18 with a 6, we multiply by 3, and we multiply by 3. Make it equivalent. 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 1 is 3. Common denominator is 18. And add the numerators, we get a 5. And there's nothing common here, so that's the lowest we can go. So notice that 18 is a multiple of 9, and a multiple of 6 is the least common denominator, but it's also, think of denominator as being a multiple. Let's continue. Simplify each. Again, we're subtracting fractions, so we need a common denominator. So we have 10, which is 2 times 5, and we have a 3. So we have the LCD is 2 times 3 times 5. So 6 times 5, so the LCD is 30. So that means we multiply the 3 by 10 to get 30, so we multiply the numerator by 10. And To get 30 here, we multiply by 3 on top and bottom, 3 over 3. So that makes it 30. And 3 sevens are 21. So 21 over 30 is the same as 7 over 10. 3 times 10 is 30. 2 times 10 is 20. And we're subtracting, same denominator. 21 subtract 20 is 1. So that's the correct answer. And C, we have a 14 over 15, subtract what's in this bracket, 2/5 plus a half. So PEMDAS, we do inside the brackets first, so I'm going to leave the 14 over 15 alone. And we're going to do the end. So what we do here, we have a 2 and a 5. So we have 5 here, 2 here. The LCD for 5 and 2, there's not in common, is 10. So we multiply by 2 over 2 and 5 over 5. So that gives us 4 over 10 plus 5 over 10. So we have 14 over 15. And we're working out the inside the bracket first. That gives us, oh, we're down to 5, it should be a 10. One of those errors, 10, 9, common denominator is 10, and 4 plus 5 is 9. Now 15 and 10, let's see what 15 is going to be. 5 times 3. What's 10 going to be? 2 times 5. So the LCD is I need each factor. I need a 2, I need a 3, and I need a 5. So 6 5s are 30. So the LCD for 15 and 30, 15 and 10 is 30. Again, think of a multiple. So what number times 15 gives you 30? So we go 2 over 2. What number multiplied by 10 will give us 30? 3. So we go 3 over 3. So 28 over 30, subtract 27 over 30, and we have 1 over 30 as the final answer. So notice we're using PEMDAS here to get the inside of the bracket first, and then we subtract after. Write as a mixed number. A mixed number is made up of a natural number and a fraction. So 5 into 15 goes 3, and what's left over? 3. So it's 3 and 3 over 5. If you think about it, reversing it, if you want to change this mixed number back to here, then you go 3 times 5 is 15 plus 3 is 18. So 60. Now, to divide this, we can reduce it first if you want. You can make it 30 over 4. And 2 is common again, so divide by 2 again, we have 15 over 2. 15 over 2 is easy to divide, is 7. 2 into 15 goes 7, and 1 left over, so it's 7 and 1/2. If you divide it by 8, you would get the answer 7. If you divide it by 8, you would get 7 8s are 56, and 4 over 8, which would have been 7, 1 over 2, same thing. But if you reduce it down and then divide is easier, but you can divide first and then reduce. Write as an improper fraction. Improper fraction is when the numerator is larger than the denominator. So, to get that, we will go 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14 over 3. So you multiply the denominator times the whole number and add on the 2. And here, 5 times 11, 55 plus 4, 59 over 11. And again, reverse it. If you take 3 and divide into 14, you get 4, 2 left over. If you take 11 and divide into 59, you get 5, and 4 left over. So let's continue. And last page, three more problems to do. And simplify each as a mixed number. So common denominator is 10. Add, we get 15. Keep the denominator, add the numerators. Now as a mixed number, so we could go 10 into 15 goes once and 5 left over. So that's 1 and 1/2. Or we go 5 into 15 goes 3 5 into 10 goes 2. And now 2 into 3 goes once and 1 left over. So either or. You can divide right away and then reduce the fraction, or you can reduce the fraction and then divide. Your choice. Always your choice. Now we want to PEMDAS. We always work inside the brackets first. PEMDAS. BEDMAS or PEMDAS. PEM. We can put a P or a B there. PEM. So brackets are, we always work inside the brackets or the parentheses. So 7 over 8, subtract. We're going to work here. So that gives us, common denominator is 4. So we add, we get a 2. Plus 15 over 16. Now, we need a common denominator. So, a common denominator is like a least common multiple. So the least common multiple, well, I can see a 16, but let's work it out. 8 is 2 times 4, which is 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 2 cubed. 4 is 2 times 2, which is 2 squared. 16 is 4 times 4. 4 is 2 times 2. The other 4 is 2 times 2, so that's 2 to the 4. So the LCD is, the only number we have here as a factor is 2, and the highest power is 4, so that gives us 16. So that means we multiply this one by 2. We multiply this one by 4 over 4. And we leave this one alone. So 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 7 is 14. 4 times 4 is 16. 2 times 4 is 8. And already is 16. 16 is the common denominator. So we have 7. 14 subtract 8 is 14 subtract 8. No. 6. So 6 and 15 is 6 and 15 is a 21. And we want it as a mixed number. So 16 and the 21 goes once, and there's 5 left over. So 1 and 5 over 16. So always remember the order of operation no matter what you're doing in math. PEMDAS, BEDMAS. So, let's deal with this one. We have a parentheses and a square, subtract, and a parentheses. So we got to work with the inside of the parentheses first. So, common denominator is 6. So we add, we get 9. That's the square. Common denominator is 10. Subtract, we get a 3. So if you reduce this before you square it, everything would be great. So you could make it 3, and the 9 goes 3, 3 and the 6 goes 2. So you can do that first. Then you square it. So 3 squared is 9. 2 squared is 4. So we did the inside the brackets, and then we did the exponent, which is the squaring. Now if you square this and then reduce it, you get 9 over 4. But it's easier to reduce this first and then square it after. But it's your choice. Now we have a 4, which is 2 times 2, which is 2 squared. We have 10, which is 2 times 5. So the LCD is I have a 2 and I have a 5. So 2 is 2 squared and a 5 is 1. So 4 times 5 is 20. I have 20, so I need to multiply this one by 5 and this one by 5. I need 20, so I multiply 2 and 2. That makes it denominator of 20, and 5 nines are 45. Denominator of 20, and 3 times 2 is 6. So common denominator is 20. 45 minus 6 is 39. And we want to mixed numerals, so 20 into 39 goes once, and there's 19 left over, so it's 1 and 19 over 20. And again, notice each of the steps that I did, I will always obey pen mass and work it out. Take your time. Work the inside of brackets if possible. Do the exponents next if possible. And then do multiplication, division left to right, and addition, subtraction left to right. So that brings us to the end of this video. And again, if you like my video, click the like button, click the subscribe button, visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. And that's the content that I have on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained, just one word. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video helped you. Bye-bye.